And then we can kind of
or someone else can record.
Beautiful. And now we can just go into our updates. So as part of a fall quarter recap, I'm sure many of you are like part of the statistics on this screen, but we had 7 committees and around 40 committee members this year, which is absolutely amazing. And what's even more incredible is we had 23 SWE families and about 158 SWE family members, which is a massive drop from last year. So big kudos to everyone involved in that. We really love having all of you here. And of course, last but not least, we had a lot of events last quarter and even more to come, which is super exciting. So going more into that, we can talk more about SWE families. Jackie?
Yes, that is me. Okay, so SWE families, we had so many people this year and it was really awesome. I was very pleasantly surprised. Even though everything was on Zoom, a lot of families got to do some really fun events. So we had movie nights, looks like painting, game nights, and then we also had like inter-family game night, which looks very fun. Yes, New Girl is a good show. So yeah, that's kind of what SWE Families was up to this year. And then we also had the SWE Family Bucket List, and we had family, was it 15 with Heidi and Heidi, help me out here. You guys are family 15, right?
We're family 9.
I'm sorry.
It was me and Karina, and then we have a lovely group of SWE family members too. In the picture, you can see us at the bottom. It's Vivian and Dia.
They're on the bottom right there. So congrats to them. They had the most points. We did like a point system this quarter and tried it out. So yes, congrats to them. Also shout out to other families who also came very close to them as well. So those points will reset for this next quarter. So, and we're also restructuring like the family distribution this quarter. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Oh, okay. Next event. So this is open to not just SWE families, but everyone. This is our next or our first like general event for SWE this quarter. We're gonna have an arts and crafts night, and all the information is on Facebook or Instagram, or it will be, and then I'll also send out an email and it'll be in the newsletter. But we're just catching up over like arts and crafts night. So for anyone who wants to do like origami, painting, or drawing. I can only draw random stick figures, but I still want to draw. I think would be cool. So please join me if you would like to. And yeah, hope to see you guys there.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. So the next thing I think will be of really great note for all of our underclassmen. We are part of like a larger parent organization called SWE UCLA, and they offer a lot of scholarships each year to help you fund your undergraduate education. And right now we actually have the SWE UCLA president here, Jasmine, who can talk more about what the application process entails. So Jasmine, you want to.
Thank you, Isabel. So I think Isabel should actually talk about scholarships because they're near and dear to her as well. Isabel received a scholarship.
I did, very generous.
And I think there's a few others on this call too who've received scholarships. So hi everyone, I'm Jasmine. I'm the SWE LA president. Just a quick intro about me. I graduated from, only because Bill's on the call, I'm gonna rub this in. I graduated from USC almost 5 years ago, actually. In May, it'll be 5 years. But I also went to UCLA for my master's. And I've been very involved with SWE ever since I was an undergrad. And when I graduated, I wanted to stay involved. And I realized that SWE is much bigger than I thought. And it is a professional organization with many professional sections all over the US and now globally as well. So I became the SWE LA vice president after I graduated. And then for the past 3 years, I've been SWE LA president. And hopefully this is my last year. And I'll be passing on the torch to someone else. But if we do have any seniors on the call, I just wanted to say that when you do graduate, SWE doesn't disappear. So there was this theme, it was maybe 4 years ago or more. One of the themes for the national conference was life is variable, but SWE is constant. And it sounds very cheesy, but that's been true to me and a lot of SWE members that I know, a lot of SWEsters. So anyways, I'm here to talk to you about scholarships. These are separate from the society scholarships that SWE as a society hosts every year. So we have our own scholarship program. You can apply to both SWE LAs and the societies. They're similar applications, and it is possible to receive scholarships from both SWE LA and the societies. So that's just something to note. Anyone who will be a student in December of 2021 is eligible to apply. So if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, even seniors, as long as you can verify that you will be going into graduate school in the fall. And there are 8 universities that fall under our umbrella: Cal Poly Pomona, Caltech, Cal State LA, Northridge, Harvey Mudd, LMU, UCLA, and USC. So you have to be a student at one of these 8 universities, and you also must be a paid SWE member. So make sure that your membership is up to date. I believe it's a $20 membership fee for students. So make sure that's all up to date and that you're actually a paid member, because we will be checking that as well. And then next slide, please. So these are the available scholarships. There's 3 different kinds. That doesn't mean that we only give one person one of these scholarships. So we could give maybe like 3 endowment, or sorry, the endowment is just one, but the others, like the volunteer and the SWE scholarship, we could give as many as we see fit based on our budget. So it's not just 3 that are available. And we do, like last year, I think we awarded maybe 10 scholarships. This is usually a very small pool of applicants, not very small, but small enough that I really encourage everybody to. It is still very competitive, but it's not like hundreds of people applying. So I think you all have a really good chance, especially if you've had SWE involvement. I highly, highly encourage you to apply. Next slide, please. And so I'm not going to really go through these qualifications, because I just want to say that it's the same way you got into UCLA, a very tough school. It is basically everything you did to get to UCLA. It's very similar. It's your academics, it's your leadership, it's being a team player, projects, things like that. Like very similar to applying to college. And then the only small added focus is that you have some SWE involvement as well in volunteering and STEM related opportunities. So that's, and if anyone has any questions, please do stop me. I'm kind of looking at the chat as well. So, and we have contact information as we go on to the next slide. So this is where you can find the application form. And Isabel, if your team doesn't mind, if you can send this in any communication like newsletters, Instagram, Facebook, blast it out so everyone has, everyone's very aware. And then if you have any questions, I'm going to go over the timeline in the next slide. Thank you, Annie. But if you have any questions, that would be the email to email. And I did want to note, so the application consists of a Google form that you have to fill out. So that link that you go to will have the link to the Google form, and then you have to include a resume. I think I don't remember how many letters of recommendation. It changes every year. I want to say it's 2, but I don't know if we've updated that. So make sure you check on the letters of recommendation, and then an unofficial or an official transcript. So yes, everything will be virtual this year. You know what's funny? Last year, I think our interviews were maybe a week before everything shut down. And at the time, we were so naive coming to these college campuses that were already showing cases. And we were like, la-di-da-di-da, let's do in-person interviews. And now that seems crazy. So I'm sorry that bullet is not correct. It should say virtual. These are slides from last year that I edited and I missed that. So yeah, they will be virtual interviews and most likely on Zoom. So, and then if we go to the next slide, I'll go over the timeline. So our applications are due during E-Week on last day of February. So this year, February 28th. The virtual interviews will be conducted in early to mid-March, and then you will be notified by the end of March whether you received a scholarship or not. And then every year we award these scholarships during our annual professional development conference. And this is really special because this is an event that is a like signature thing that we do. We usually have over 200 attendees with different speakers. It's like a mini national conference all in one day, hosted by SWE UCLA, and it's local. And this is really special because it is not open to students. It is only open to professional members, except for if you won a scholarship. So that's just to also reward you in front of these professional members and show you what SWE UCLA is like at the professional level. So it's a really neat opportunity. I have Bill, who's been to many PDCs, and I keep calling on him, see if he's paying attention. He's smiling, rolling his eyes at me. So yeah, if you have any questions, please do email us at that scholarships email. And Kiyomi is the collegiate outreach chair, so she will be most likely answering those questions. But does anyone have any questions right now for me? I think that was my last slide. Do you know, Isabel?
Yeah, that was the last one.
Perfect. Oh, and also I did want to just say, every year, this is really fun. Yeah, professional development conference will be virtual as well this year, which we, again, like even 6 months ago, we're like, oh, maybe it could be in person next year. What if we host it in June before the fiscal year ends? And it all looks so naive now to be thinking that way. But I did want to say that this is really something that the scholarship committee enjoys doing every year, like so much. This is probably my 5th year doing this. And every year we're just blown away by our applicants and the stories you guys share in your interviews. So it's really an inspiring time for us, and it makes us happy that this is what the next generation is doing. So thank you guys. I really hope you apply, and yeah, you have about a month and a half, or actually almost 2 months. So get at it. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, SWE UCLA. You guys are doing a great job. This is really fun. I loved Icebreakers. Great idea.
Thank you, Jasmine. Yeah, I highly recommend applying to this. I was fortunate enough to be a recipient of one of these scholarships last year. 10 out of 10, definitely would recommend. But yeah, now we can move on into the next little bit. And so we're going to check in with all of our committees because all of them are hosting really cool, funky, fresh things this quarter. So kicking it off, we can start with EWI.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Allison. I'm one of the committee heads for EWI this year.
And I'm Annie. I'm the other committee head director for EWI.
Yeah, so this fall quarter, we've been doing a lot of planning for EWI, which is coming up this, not this Thursday, I guess 3 weeks from today, before Thursday, January 28th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Fall quarter, we also did a few professional development events. So we did some mock interview workshops with alumni, some resume workshops, and an interview prep workshop. So hopefully you guys were able to catch that. And if not, it's okay. We'll be planning to do some more pro dev workshops this quarter as well after, and actually before EWI. So a little bit about EWI. It's this annual networking event that we host, and this year is going to be our 44th year doing it and our first time virtually. So it'll be on a platform called Gatherly. Hopefully some of you guys are familiar with it from events and career fairs in the fall. So the purpose of our event is to provide this space for more casual and personal networking than just a career fair. So instead of only having like 30 seconds to pitch yourself to each company, you'll get the whole night. So the night consists of 3 parts. There's networking, which is when you get to talk to basically whoever you want. It's a little more casual. Then we're going to have 2 dinner sessions. So you get paired 2 companies of your choice, and it'll be like a small group setting with the company representatives plus around 6 students. So you'll get a chance to really ask them questions about their experience and learn about the company. And then afterwards, we'll have a more formal career fair. We'll actually get to do recruitment for all. So yeah, this year we're just trying to keep the personal atmosphere, but of course there were no food served, which is sad, but hopefully you guys can make it. And for logistics, I'm going to pass it on to Annie.
Yeah, so registration will be sent in the chat real soon. But when you register, you'll get to preference your top 5 companies, and we'll pair you with 2 of those companies for our 2 dinner portions this year. And the earlier you register, the more likely you are to sit with the company of your choice. So we're sending the registration form in now. Fill it in as soon as you're able to get those top company choices. And we also just want to note that there is a $10 deposit, but it will be fully returned if you come to our event. So the event is free this year. And this is just so that we make sure we don't leave companies hanging. But yeah, we hope to see you at EWI week 4 Thursday. And we also wanted to note that we have an elevator pitch workshop to prep for this if you're interested in it, and all that will be sent in the newsletter and on Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. Hi, guys. I'm Hannah, and I'm one of the committee heads for outreach this year. So the outreach has been working really hard to plan Wow That's Engineering Day this year. It's going to be a virtual 2-day event with over 100 Girl Scouts attending. They're going to have the opportunity to discover what it means to be an engineer through interactive activities, a student panel and club fair, a college workshop, and also a keynote speaker. Next slide. We are also planning on having a virtual Women in Engineering Stayover program, which is going to be giving UCLA engineering admits an opportunity to learn about what it means to be an engineer at UCLA. And so if you're a female engineering or physical science major, we would love it if you would mentor a UCLA engineering admit. And the date's going to be announced later, and there's also going to be more information about this sent out in the future.
Yeah, and this, that's fine. We can move on to the next slide. And also this past quarter, our committee has been working on a high school mentorship program. And we're partnering with the Man UCLA Community School. And the school has around 98% students that are from underrepresented minority groups in higher education. And these kids are really awesome and really lovely people. We have 2 plans. We're gonna have like a guest lecture club series where we'll be bringing in like engineering clubs from UCLA to present their projects and also supplement some of their school subjects and concepts they've been learning in school. And we're also going to be having some post-high school workshops where we provide some resources and also ideas for ways to get involved with science in high school and also post-high school graduation. So yeah, this is still currently in the works, but stay tuned for more information and how you can get involved.
Hi, everyone. I'm Smriti. I am the advocacy director. And we have a couple of really exciting events coming up this quarter. The first one is Food for Thought, and it's a chance to learn more about underrepresented students in engineering and STEM. And we're gonna have, a guest speaker, and we'll all be able to like bake something together. And the date for that is like tentatively week 3. Empower Week is a collaboration that we do with IEEE and ACMW to celebrate women in engineering, and that's an event that we're also putting together. So be on the lookout for that. We don't have a date finalized for it yet. I Look Like an Engineer is a chance. In the past, we've done it, we have a little like Instagram frame out in the Court of Sciences, and you can take a picture with it. But we're modifying it to do it virtually this year. And that will be weeks 5 or 6. And then the last event that we have for this quarter is Diversity Showcase, which will be a showcase of the artwork of some of our awesome students who are both engineers and artists, and they'll be talking about their experiences and showcasing some of their art. And that will be towards the end of the quarter, either week 9 or week 10. And lastly, last quarter, we sort of launched a workout challenge on Strava. And so if you'd like to be a part of that, feel free to click on that link when the slides are sent out, and you'll be able to join like the little workout group we have going.
Hi everyone, I'm Rithika and I am SWE Technical Director. So I have an awesome technical committee who's been working with me to create, to lead like technical workshops and events virtual to let people explore like applications of different engineering topics. And our flagship event, which is fully what this slide encompasses is Queer Hacks. And Queer Hacks is a virtual beginner-friendly hackathon that promotes trans, non-binary, and queer representation in tech. So it's complete with both technical and identity-specific workshops, and there's just will be an awesome community of people to meet and learn from. And it's happening on January 23rd to 24th, the weekend after third week. And if you'd like to apply, please go to our website. Thanks, Heidi, for sending the website, queerhacks.com, because the deadline is next Monday on January 11th. So you don't want to miss that. Allies are welcome, everyone's welcome. And as an attendee, you will get to compete or get to work on a project that addresses an issue in one of these 4 tracks: healthcare, education, entertainment, and public policy. And if that wasn't enough to convince you, there are also prizes for you working in your team. And like Fitbit speakers, Polaroids, and subscriptions to cool online services like Headspace and LeetCode. So please, please, please sign up. I also, I'm going to send y'all the Instagram as well, because our Instagram is so good. I'm not in charge of it, so this is not like me being a narcissist. It's just, you need to look at our posts. Okay, you can go to the next slide. So some of our past events were the technical interview prep series, where we worked our apples off on LeetCode coding problems. LeetCode is just this site where there are like computer science problems they can work on that are like technical interview problems. And it was just nice to work with people in like a comfortable setting, because I know that gets scary. We might like continue that in next quarters after Queer Hacks though, because we have a lot of cutting to do. And then we also did the LED paper crafts workshop with Watt, which is also an amazing club. Women Advancing Technology and Tech. That's what it stands for. Wait, sorry, technology and something. Okay, but anyway, we worked on LED paper crafts, and it was really fun. So we can continue.
Cool. Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm one of the co-IVPs.
Hi.
So, oh, sorry.
I'm Simran. I'm one of the other co-IVPs.
Cool. So yeah, so our committee has been working on a few fun events for this upcoming winter quarter. The first one is SWE Dates. And if you haven't heard of that, it's basically just a really great opportunity to meet other members of SWE. You fill out just a quick form, and then we'll match you with someone, and then you can plan out a time that works for both of you just to chat or do a fun virtual event. Some people last quarter did an escape room, like a little paint night or a cooking night. So those are just some ideas. And we'll send out a link for that probably in like the next newsletter. So definitely fill that out by the end of January. And then we'll send out your matches shortly after that. And then, yeah, if that goes well, then we'll probably do it a few times throughout the quarter so you can meet multiple people. And then our second event is the Alternate Pathways in Engineering workshop. That's tentatively in the middle of February right now, but we'll definitely send out a date once we have that. And that workshop is basically just a panel of engineers that have decided to have careers that aren't in your traditional pathways of engineering. So we had this 2 years ago, and we had like a patent attorney come speak to us, and like an expert witness in court, which was really cool to hear from. And yeah, and I think all the attendees really got a lot out of it. So definitely recommend going to that.
And in spring, so a lot of this is still tentative, but we still plan to have LinkedIn headshots, whether that could be like in May or early June. And we're definitely going to have more socials that are going to be open to more of like all the committee members, general members, and SWE families. So we'll definitely send updates about that.
Hey everyone, my name is Morgan. I am this year's mentorship director, and I'm on the mentorship committee along with Vivian, Michelle, Tracy, and Joelle. And so shout out to them for planning a lot of the awesome events that I'm about to tell you about. So over summer, we did our summer mentorship program for the first time. It was really neat. We matched our incoming female identifying engineers with some students who are already at UCLA, and I see a lot of familiar faces in here from that, so that's great. We had our Northrop Grumman speed networking event where we had our students talk to some Northrop mentors and made connections there. So we can do the next slide. Okay, great. So for upcoming events, we are planning a grad school workshop with Grad SWE, which is just SWE at the graduate level. This is going to be next Wednesday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And before I talk about it, I'm just going to send it the RSVP link in the chat really fast. There's still time to RSVP. We are going to do a presentation just about getting into grad school in general. And then after, we're going to have breakout rooms where you can talk to grad school students and professors about the different aspects of the process. So you can talk about finances or maybe taking a gap year and things like that. And then we're going to have our speed mentoring event after that. This is the second event. It's all tentative now, but we think it's going to be on February 4th, where you can come and talk to professors and researchers who are looking to take students into their labs. So if you're looking for research, this would be a great event to just make connections and see what kind of research is out there. So I highly encourage everybody to go. And then that is going to feed into our research mentorship program. So you don't have to go to the speed mentoring program if you want to be in the mentorship program, but in the mentorship program, we'll actually match you with a professor or grad student who you can connect with and ask them your questions. So they're really great resources if research is something that you are looking to do during your time at UCLA.
Hi everyone, I'm Christina. I am the SWE dev team head this year, also the webmaster for UCLA SWE. And so some of the goals that we have are we're currently redesigning the SWE website, and actually we've finished it and we're just in the process of deploying it. So keep your eye out for a new snazzy aesthetic SWE website. And we also have a couple projects, like we're creating an event portal currently to help students register for events like EWI, as well as for the member portal. And as a member of dev team, you can learn a lot of really cool technical skills and apply your CS knowledge directly to a really cool project. So some of these include like backend technology as well as front end, like Docker, React, and JavaScript. So unfortunately, we're not taking any dev team applications this quarter, but I would definitely look out spring quarter if you're interested in continuing to develop your technical skills and your CS projects. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. It was amazing getting updates from everyone. Makes my heart so happy to see all the cool things y'all are doing. So as a bit of a recap, here's just a small little short list of all the upcoming events we have. Of course, we want to highlight our two flagship events, Queer Hacks and EWI. Those two things you do need to pre-register for, so please do so at the links either sent in the chat or in the slides when we send them out later. But yeah, we hope to see you at all these events. We love having you there, and it's really awesome. So other than that, we're kind of done for GM. If you guys have any questions, feel free to stick around. If you have questions for a specific person, you can message them. We can put you in a breakout room, all that fun stuff. And of course, please follow us on all the social medias because we need all the validation possible. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Jackie, do you have anything to add before we wrap this guy up?
Yeah, just for anyone who came in late, please sign in. But other than that, thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And we hope to see you at all these very cool events.
Amazing. We'll